we go. Let's get that started. Let's carry on with that. So I'm thinking... I think we go vampires. Because I think that's a very nice, pretty place to have a walk around in. We may see the master. I don't know. He may be awake. He may not be. If he is, I think I'm gonna be high enough that it's not gonna be an issue for me. We'll see. There is something new on the Station Cash store that I wanted to show you. Hopefully it's on here. Yes, it is a display stand. And what I was going to do... That is a lot. It's 199. Wow. I was going to... I'm in Fey Dark at the moment, only because of the nice music. I love the music in Calathan. The little music that goes along. But yeah, I was going to show you the display stands because... we finally have a display stand that seems to think... I think it's going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and I'm going to call back to the guild hall, because I think we also have something else that I can show you in the guild hall. Yes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, somebody, the little, I don't know, mice? Goblins? I don't know what you want to call it. Probably mice that run around the guild hall have managed to find us the missing components. And someone is going around outside in a very, very loud car exhaust. I don't know what you want to call it. Come on, guild hall. You were there a second ago. I tried. I went to the guild hall to check it was open and sort it all out. And then that is he above me? He's above my head, the little the little creature that's above my head. Yes, so hopefully we have the Athenium is up. Yes, I am very close to the 50 people. No, that way. How can I not do that? How can I not do this? Pointing, how does it work? That way. There it is. Yes, we are so close to the follower count. And once we get follower accounts, animated emotes, points as well. So everybody who's watching can get points. It's woof. I cannot wait. But yes, the Athenium. We got the Athenium up and running. We found where it was in storage. So hopefully, there we go. We've got it up. Yeah. So this is what we were trying to make was our little library where all the trophies would go. So when you hit the lore and legends and you complete them and you get the little, you get the weapon. Words are not wording today. You get the weapon, you get the book. It's all here so you can see the weapon. We're missing a few bits. It's one of those, you know, when you go, when you work, not when you work, when you move and you start putting everything in neat and tidy boxes where everything is, and then like 2 days into the packing you're just throwing it in. It's if it's breakable, wrap it, but just lob everything into boxes and just get it out of the house. So this is where we are at the moment. We found all the neatly stacked boxes in the house, but we haven't quite found everything just yet. So we were looking at things. So we've got, what have we? I don't know if I can actually grab everything here. I think the angles are slightly off. That feeling we're moving to, yeah. So you got the. Sorry, it's a bit shiny. If it's too shiny, let me know. The Altarian Spires, but this was given out as a reward for, I think, questing for the Spires. There's like ships and bottles. I think these are all the HQ items, I want to say. Some of them are, because you got the dwarven boots, and then that's the ringmail tunic. There's something on. Oh yeah, Haddon's earring is on the cushion. How do words work today, honestly? And then we've got the journeyman boots and the other boots. Some other boots. There's like 3 sets of boots, I think, in HQs. Got the Mana Stone. That's the Temple of Life. That was given for a reward for another quest. Yeah, so these are all your HQ items. And then I think some of the HQ items that are so you got like the dirk and the Yukashan sword of the Yukashan or dirk of the Yukashan, I don't know, and then you got the shield, like training as a shield. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. No, that is not what I wanted to do. And we just started collecting the books as well, so we wanted to try and get every book in the game in the Athenium. So this is what we were doing. Anyway, these are all made out of the same bookcases, is what I wanted to show you. So it's essentially bookcases. Someone's walking around. It's bookcases, sarcophagi, and then we kind of got it so that at the top it's tables, I think. Somebody will tell me if it isn't. EQ2 Classics, it is the classic stuff, and then it's all tables. So it's all encapsulated, and I think it's above the guild hall. I think we're not. I think we're in like a liminal space. We've broken out of the guild hall itself, and we're in the sort of skybox around it, because that was a big thing. Yes. Oh, tilted walls. Thank you. Magna is the brains behind it. I come up with the ideas, and then he comes up with the maths to math it. Behind the paintings is underside of tables. So yes, these are tables here, I think. If I go up to the balcony, can I see them a bit better up there, I think? There it is. So if I right click, if I right click, it's not letting me. The problem's getting too big sometimes. And then we have carpets, and then this sort of railing system here. But you can walk all the way around. I don't know why we chose these paintings. I think they were available. Yes, remember when you learn, here we go, this is where I get lost. So you learn sine, cosine and tangent in school, and then nobody uses them ever again. This is where you use them, when you're creating round structures out of things that are not round, and also, yeah, should not be round. If I remember rightly, come on, let me click it. No? Not gonna let me have it? There we go, examine. Yes, this is the map of the skies here. So you've got the Norrathian star chart. So it is the cosmos as we see it. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, but it's the, when you look up in the skies, it's where Norrath is and other things. I think it's, I don't actually know what the big picture is supposed to look like, but yes, it's one of these that's been... Yeah, so the whole place is a little bit buggy because of us being outside of the guild hall itself. Things get a little bit strange when you break out of houses and places, because the game kind of goes, I don't know where you are. But yes, yeah, that's the thing, because you can see on the map that I am running across the top of the, yeah, I'm not where I'm supposed to be in the guild hall. And then there's maps of Freeport and Kinos. There's so much stuff we've put in here that I've forgotten is available in game. It's all this weird stuff. Anyway, I am gonna go. Oh, this is that the duality? Is that ooh, don't destroy. Yes, Alcabor. He'll come into it in a big way. Thank you, Alcabor. He is a figure that appears quite a bit. When we get into the higher levels, he'll pop into it. He'll arrive. Once we get into sort of, if we do X-Pack by X-Pack, once we get into, because he turned up officially in Sentinel's Fate, but we heard about him all the way from like Kunark through. So he'll become a big player later on. We'll do quite a bit and interact with him quite a bit. Around about level 90 he turns up. So sort of towards the end of there. This is, oh yes, you'll love this. Again, we'll figure these out, but we have the you have the Kinos Claymore, which is the big blue sword, and we have Soulfire, which is Luke and Delia's sword, and both the Kinos Claymore and Soulfire again will come into play quite a bit later on. Let me just cough again, sorry. But yes, so we have Soulfire. It's so buggy. Examine. Why is destroy the first thing that comes up? Honestly. We have Soulfire, so that is Soulfire there. The red one. And then we have, I'm so scared to click. Examine. We have the Kinos Claymore as well. That comes up as well. We'll be able to... I don't know if Yvette's done them, but there are two whatchamaflips, signature lines where you can get the Claymore and also Soulfire in two separate signature lines so that your character can actually wield them if you want. Don't need to be able to wield the swords either, because even if you grab them, you can put them into your wardrobe and use them as an appearance. So yeah, she's done that actually. Is that something I did with... don't look at how much stuff I've got in my wardrobe. I might have done that already, bear with me. That's the Blade of the Fae. There he is, there's Soulfire. And there's the Claymore. This is what I've done already. So if I go to Appearance and I equip Soulfire, so there's... It's it's going through my head because models. But there's me as a conjurer able to equip Soulfire. And then if I go to Appearance again and I go... That's not... Is that it? There it is. The Claymore. There's the Claymore. So he looks a bit big. So if you ever want to get round and want to be a character who wields the Claymore or Soulfire, but you don't want to play a tank, 100% do the quest line and 100% pick up the swords at the end of it and put them in your wardrobe. And there they are. They'll stay in there. Anyway, I'm going to go back down to the Halavantar. I caught you. I'm going to go back down to the entrance because I want to try the new display stands that we've got. Because at the moment we have... they're out of order, but we have all the cloaks for the various trade skills. But I'm thinking with this new display stand, we don't need the mannequins anymore and we can just use the display stands. So I'm going to show you. We're going to try this together. I'm going to have a look. See what we think. So the display stand, it says, any single wearable item may be placed in a display stand to display the item's appearance. The displayed item is not removed from your inventory. Right-clicking on an active display stand will allow fine-tuning of the display positioning and allow you to hide the stand pedestal. Note that since item appearances have varying dimensions and attachment locations, that fine-tuning the placement is expected. Okay, so I'm going to purchase one. Okay. It should be in my bag. This is where I figure out what's in my bags. There it is. Okay. So let's place it. Yeah, that's fine. It's my guild hall. It's okay. So we place it down. It doesn't use the item from the inventory, so I'm wondering if we could... How do we place something on it? Really? Okay, I'm going to place that back down because, yeah. Housing, how does it work? Let's actually click on the actual display stand this time. And we'll customize it. There we go. It brings up the usual mannequin style. What do you want to place on a... where do you want to place it? So I'm wondering if I drag and drop that into there. There we go. It's kept it in my inventory, but it's there in the display stand. So we have my epic times 2? Epic 2? I think it's my epic 2 or epic 1. I can't remember which way round it is. But it's just hovering. And then we toggle pedestal. Ooh. So now we just have my my thing hovering. I like that. That's cool. Okay, we can play with that. Wondering if I... How do I... okay. Toggle pedestal. What if I lower? Okay. Sorry, let me get rid of Ethereus because he's just causing an issue. There we go. And then if I can rotate it left or right, which I think rotates the actual... Yes. Let's rotate left. Ooh. So what they think, what the devs have actually done is, because that's on there, you can then take something, press it against a wall and take off the pedestal, and it looks as if something is hovering or it is attached to the wall, if that makes sense. So if I move this, that's not a very good wall to test it against. Let's try and find a wall that's a bit flatter. I've got a wall that's flat. I kind of have here. Let me move that display stand. Move. Move. If I move here out the way. And then we move that one there, but we put it there. Oh, I can't. Let's rotate it. Rotate right. Okay. Positioning reset. There we go. Why did it move again? Move. Move. There we go. can do that. There he goes. Okay. And then if I toggle the pedestal off, it's hovering there. Does that make sense? So I haven't really got it against the wall because I don't have a wall to test it against. Great to try it in the guild hall. Really epic, fantastic. Thanks for doing that. Why has it moved back again? Yeah. Toggle pedestal. Okay, and then if we customize, clear it. There we go. Okay, so that is move that. There we go. But yeah, that's how we could probably have a play with that. I'm probably going to have a bit more of a play with that because that is just seems a bit odd. But I think that's worked okay. It's the first time we've had anything that has been able to do that. It's the first time we've had something customizable. Stop walking backwards, honestly. I can see you. Would you like me to turn this way so you're not on camera? Fix the floor, thank you. Oh, typical. Pick it up and put it right, yeah. But that's the first time we've had anything like that in the game. So I just wanted to try it out and test it out and see what it was. Yes, what I'm thinking is we can then have, because it should work for cloaks as well. If I just get a random, am I wearing a random cloak? What have I got? Oh, Cloak of the Master Sage. That'll do us, won't it? Holy moly. There you go. If you've ever wanted to be Doctor Strange and have your own cloak, there he is. So we no longer have to worry about mannequins just being dotted around or house actors or anything like that, really. We can just come along, pop it on, and then just have it there, just suspended in magic. Like that. What's this one? Cloak of the Harvester is also available. Cloak of the Harvester. There we go. What a pretty one with butterflies on. But yeah, I thought that was fun. Works for anything that you can wear. So weapons, armour, cloaks. I don't believe it works for jewellery. Because it's literally anything you can put in there. So head, shoulders, chest, forearms, hands, legs, feet, and then a secondary hand, your primary hand, a ranged weapon, or a cloak slot. So yeah, anything there. You could even put your guild, because every guild has their own heraldry. You could even put the guild heraldry in a cloak and have that dotted around if you wanted to. I assume they can go bigger and smaller. Should we try that? What if I make it bigger? No. It won't change. It won't change size. Makes sense, really. Oh, now have I got two of them inside of each other? Ooh. Okay. Fun. Right, so that is the display stand that is new in bought for station cash, obviously. Why did you just turn around? Slightly possessed. Anyway, we do have a spooky theme today. The spooky theme is continuing by the looks of it. You saw that too. It wasn't just me then. Thank you. You just sat there going, I think my cloak of my harvester is a bit possessed. for sure. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep the claymore on the back because I think we go and look at vampires. What do we think? Should we go and find out if Mayong Mistmore is available? Go see what they look like. Go say hello. It's been a while since I've been up to Castle Mistmore, so I thought I'd have a look at there and see what we think. Sounds good. Awesome. So we want the Loping Plains. Oof. Yeah, we'll go with the Spire. I haven't been the Spire for a while. So we're going into Phaedra. We're going into the expansion with Phaedra in it. Echoes of Phaedra. We rediscovered the Fae and all the pretty races that come with that. So we've rediscovered the home of, we've got Chinaria, which is where the High Elves originated. We've still got some High Elves there. They have now split off into a separate doll. Forget what they are. There's too many dolls. They become their own separate. So they're no longer Coda doll. They're something else. They're Chinarians. We have the Loping Plains, which is under a curse every night. I wonder what that could be. There is a nightly curse that occurs. So we're here. This is Loping Plains here. We are looking at vampires, werewolves, all those lovely tropes. You got the village of Somborn, where every night the villagers are under a curse. And it's all to do with a mysterious castle at top of the road. So we're going to go see what is going on in the Can you see the outline of it? I don't know if you can. If I zoom in, can you see the outline of a mysterious castle? Where villagers have been going in and never coming out, or if they come out, they're slightly different. Oh, look who's here. Here he is. We have an epic running round. It's a pumpkin-headed horseman. I don't know if anybody remembers the... is it the Sleepy Hollow? You have Sleepy Hollow with the pumpkin-headed horseman, or the non-headed horseman. Oh, I have it on red mail, thank you. But this is quite a rare... I wanted to show this guy because he's quite rare. I've not seen this guy for a while. Glad he's still going around. He's a ×4 epic. So if back in when he was actually here, and this was like a contested zone, he would have been needed 4 groups. So 24 people to take him on. He's quite beefy. But yeah, he just runs around his tree. Those are some shiny shoes, I know. You can get the horse. The horse is available as a mountain game. There, that is one of the horses that you can get. And if you wanted to, you can also get... Well, you can get his whole outfit, really. Once we hit Halloween, there is a pumpkin-headed mask. I was going to make a Minecraft reference there, but I think that's going to be dated. You can also get the outfit that he's wearing and also the sword on his back. It was something like, you know, when you put on the pumpkins on in Minecraft and then it shows you that sort of weird view, you get sort of a viewpoint coming through the holes. That doesn't work. You don't get that, unfortunately, when you put the mask on. So there you go. That was the reference. I don't know. But yeah, because we're knight, I now have the Loping Curse, which occurs every night, which increases the haste of target. Increases ability casting speed and decreases your mitigation versus physical damage. That will stay on until I leave the zone or it becomes day, I think. We'll see. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted. The pumpkin-headed horseman, I wasn't planning on him being up. He's not normally there. That's quite a sight. That's interesting. So already, we're good today. We found our thing today. We found our thing that we wanted to. Go on, I'll get it. Surprise! Anyway, yes, so you are in the village of Somborn. The village of Somborn says, oh, well, you know, there's something going on at the castle. There's some strange things going round. People keep disappearing. There's screams and cries heard from underneath the castle, and nobody ever knows what's going on. And things. Well, these guys are in a hurry. Strange people, strange pale people are seen coming out of the castles with strange eyes, strange red eyes. We've got a few different vampire models that I wanted to show off. That's one of them. Spoiler alert. The bats come free. The bats are available. There is these group here. Astarian, indeed. So there is a link between the vampires and the Teardel. Depending on which expansion you're in, they're either against the vampires or they're working for them, or there's some sort of separation between the Teardel that we have in Neriac and the Teardel that are here, the Dark Elves. They are obviously coloured as Drow, but they don't exist as Drow in EverQuest 2. They're known as Dark Elves or Teardels. So I don't want to call them Drow because, apart from looking the same, there's no correlation between the two. So if you hear me calling them Teardel, that's why. That's what they're known as in the game. So we've got kind of like what used to be back in EverQuest 1. We've got the grave place, the graveyard, but it's kind of overrun with Mistmoor enforcers and Mistmoor watchers, who are the Teardel, who work alongside the vampires. There we go. So they have one model, which is the Teardel model. So yes, and then we have these three who are running around. I don't actually remember the story for these three. I think they're just three random vampires, but they just kind of do a little bit of a circuit. Just make sure everything's fine. I'm not going to try and pronounce half of the stuff because I think half of the stuff they've just mashed keyboards to come up with the names of these creatures. Some of the names are a little bit, yeah, I don't know. But yes, we'll go up Mount Mistmoor. So all these stone gargoyles that you see as we go up, they're all aggro. They're all level 72. They all glare at you threateningly. It's not a place to be journeying, really. It's not a nice place. But we're going to have a wander up. So it's all been carved out of the mountainside. And you kind of just going up here. So you're battling gargoyles and you're battling Mistmoor watchers and things. You're just thinking, where the hell am I going with this? Where is this going? Because this is before flying. Nobody can fly around in these places. So you found this narrow little sort of way with all these stairs, gargoyles all round everywhere. The name Mistmoor gives you an idea of what it could be, and also the really fancy bat lights, which again are available in game. You can get them. They are a model. They are available to make your own little Mistmoor delights with them. So yeah, you just keep going. You just keep battling more gargoyles. You keep going round, and hopefully at some point we'll come round the corner. Here we go. And you're met with this sight as you go around the corner. I'm just going to cough again. Here we go. This is it. We found Castle Mistmore, or Evercrest 2 version of Castle Mistmore. So here he is. Here's the man himself. You're going to see a lot of statues, a lot of paintings of the man himself. I really hope he's up, actually. He might be up, he might not be. If not, I think I might go into the instance and then show you. But we'll see. He's an epic anyway. Which is why I'm doing it here on a Wednesday. But yeah, so you've battled all your way through. You've come up to this like really massive building. I mean, it just looks absolutely intense here. You've got 2 statues watching with glowing eyes. And you just sort of sat there going, what am I getting myself into? What is this place? And so we will click on the doors and knock on the doors of Castle Mistmore and go and have a look. Oh, gotta follow. Hey, thank you, joining the group. Wonderful. Thank you, Ig. Welcome in. That was good timing, actually. Not much wood, thank you. Much appreciated. Hopefully Castle Mistmore will be there for us. Someone asked the Saber Hamster to come in. We are so close to 50. We are a couple away. Always good to see Strumman streaming Everquest 2. Yes, for sure. This is a favourite. There's going to be lots of shinies around. I'm going to try not to get them because I think I have them all. But if I pick up shinies, it's just automatic. So we're in Castle Mistmore. The music's kind of gone a little bit spooky. This is live, so it's not TL, not Varsoon. We do have bits on Varsoon. Ooh, bear with me, I'm going to cough again. Frog in my throat, I'm sorry. But I'm on main, just so I can run around at level 125 and not die. On Wednesdays, we tend to show what the game can do and what there is in the game. And then Wednesdays is when we play the game. That sounds weird. But I like showing off different areas in the game. And today we thought, cool, you playing Varsoon? Nice, awesome. We'll have to meet up and say hello. But yeah, so we're in here. We're in like a big foyer. And we're seeing lots of we've now got 2 different vampire models again. So we've got, we're all going to look respectfully at the ladies because they do have boobas on show, but it's a very respectful look. So we now have the wandering model there, where she's got the sort of the hood up. Respectful boobas. The booba mug is out. We also have what's called what I think is the courtiers. I think these are. I do apologise. They're all going to cringe away from me because I'm just so high leveled. So they have the outfits that look a little bit more. These are sort of unique to these guys here and these vampires, because they were. I think these were Chinarians who were changed into vampires. Is it turned into vampires? What do you call it? When they become vampires. There's this one here as well. He's quite interesting. He's got his own weapon. There are ways that you can use an illusion to become a vampire if that is your wish. Your character won't become a vampire. However, there are the free bloods, and we'll get onto free bloods in a minute. But we have a few people just wandering in here in the foyer. This one has a very long sword. There is that other vampire lady. There she is. So she's kind of the same model that we saw outside, but she's the female version of the male version we saw outside. Which I thought, okay, you just decided to go that way. As we come into, yeah, you can see all the doors open automatically and things like that for them. There's the male version. Oh, the doors aren't going to open. Okay, I'll open the doors. Fine. So you come out of the... you come. There's the foyer. Oh, the piano's playing. And we're now into the sort of waiting area for the master. So it's absolutely massive. I will zoom in and have a look. It goes all the way up. It's like a 2-floor balcony style thing. Atmospheric spooky effects. Then we have the main hall. A good time. Oh, you're starting to do some raiding. Nice. Well, welcome back. It's much, yeah, welcome back. We're glad to have you here. I take it you're raiding on Varsoon then. I assume you're raiding up there when you're doing... Is it Shadow Odyssey up there on Varsoon these days? So we've got various different ways we can go. Is he up? No, the Vanquisher's up. There's sometimes a named here. But he's not up. Yeah, awesome. So yes, and then which way is best going? I'm gonna consult the map. Okay, we can go left or right. Okay, we'll go this way first. We'll have a look. It's quite a big. Oh yes, it's got the. What do you call it? Invisible servants. What's a D&D equivalent? There's like an invisible servant, I think it's called. Like bards get it and wizards get it, and unseen servant, maybe that's what it is. And this is what I always picture when like they create the unseen servants, which is kind of like a suit of armor, but it's kind of, you can kind of see somebody there, but there's not quite a person. If you really focus, you kind of just skips out of your brain's memory. There. Who have we got here? We got anybody up? Anyone want to say hello? Not really, no. We've got kind of like a nice area. A couple of bedrooms for people to retire to. Some more bedroomy sort of areas. It's all very opulent. It's all wooden floors. It's gold trimmed. It's all sort of the doors open for you. She's back again at the piano. So apart from the undertone of, you know, they're vampires, you know what vampires are like, it's kind of like a very nice area. It's really, really lovely. Bear with me. I was hoping this would happen. Many vampires briefly cease their conversations and look towards something or other. What did it say? Oh, it didn't say. Chat's going. A powerful vampire's turned up? Where is he? I think he's having a... There he is. The maestro's up. We'll go say hello to the maestro. I think it's the maestro. Pretty sure it's the maestro. That's what that little blue thingy is about. Hey, Ashley. There he is. Now, because again I'm 125, he's not going to be happy with me sitting here. But he's kind of unique because he's got all the notes coming off him. He's kind of like a bard character. Excuse me, missus. So he sort of wanders around and stands there. Can I get you to stop cowering? Maybe. Every time I stop, I can hear the little thing in the background going dum dum dum. So yes, so you'll notice that they've now become epics, because as you go up in Castle Mistmore, it gets a little bit more dangerous. There's a few more powerful vampires wandering around. There's another one there, and the gargoyle is also epic. So even though it looks inviting, and even though everybody looks really sort of oh, thank you, much appreciated. Thank you for popping by. But yeah, so he's getting a little bit dangerous, shall we say. Let's see if the hunt master is up. He may be. Oh, his lackey's up. And his pack leader. Does that mean he's awake? Is this him? There we go. So they've got the hunt master. Or if I inspect the... I don't want to kick... it might kick it off. I don't remember. Ah, we'll inspect it. What can go wrong? Do it. The remains of this vampire could be temporarily laid to rest with a blessed spike. So I need something... I need a blaster spike. But yeah, I think if we did the ring event, so we'd have to kill his lackey, then we'd have to kill the pack to make the hunt master attack us, which I don't think is worth doing because again we're 125. I'm just going to lay them to waste really. That's him. So you can see the sort of that piano. Every time we come into the main hall, you can kind of see that we're carrying on the tradition of the werewolves and the vampires working together. Because these are the werewolves here. Sorry, I didn't point them out, did I? This model here. Ooh, nearly. So this is a werewolf. That's a werewolf for you. So in Norrath, they come in different colours, but these are your sort of your were people, were persons, and things there. So again, we're keeping the tradition of vampires and werewolves being. I think they want us to figure out that the werewolves are subservient, but I don't know if they are or not. Half of them are, half of them aren't. Is he? Don't think he's awake. If we go up here, have we got any? I don't think we've ever had any pictures. I haven't shown you the pictures yet, have I? Let's go see if we can find a photo of him. That music. There was one. Where am I thinking? I'd have to go. I'll show you the pictures later. Because I'd have to go back down and into the main part of the castle, which I think we'd be looking at anyway. Because I'm going to go and see if I can get him. But yes, we are looking. So there's the master. There's Mayong himself in bust form. Ooh, the werewolves serve Mayong, though not entirely happy about it. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. There is, thank you, Megaton. There is a kind of a, because Mayong does a lot of tinkering, shall we say, with creatures. And I think it's kind of shown that he created werewolves, but they kind of serve him, but they're not happy to. Nobody's happy to serve anybody, really, but yes. And I believe this is his coffin here. He's asleep at the moment. He's not awake. He's normally, if you want the contested one, he'll be stood around here, and he will chat to you. I say chat, it's more of a what the hell are you doing here kind of thing. But at the moment he's resting. He's a sleepy boy. Yes, they were another one of his experiments, the Drachnids, yes. I believe her name begins with T. Is it Thanis? Thanis? One of the Teardal ladies. She sent her best servant or best person and a massive spider, and she was like, look, I have created a big spider for you, Lord Mayong. Aren't I great? Aren't I a fantastic necromancer lady? And Mayong sort of looked at the two of them and went, the sort of best person and the spider, and went, ooh, what if the two of them were together? What if we fused them together? And then sent them back to Thanis, Tiantana, some lady like that. So yeah, she wasn't best pleased when she received her best person back, and received one person when she sent two. We can see evidence of him doing that when you go into labs, which I'll take you into later. We can see evidence of that being done. Who's in here? Oh, Princess Sharista. Yes. Is this one of... I want to say Sharista's one of Mayong's lovers? Ladies? I think he takes quite a few lovers throughout Norrath, because obviously who wouldn't? If he's got nothing else to do, he's got eternal life. He's been here since year dot, and he's got nothing better to do. So yes, so that is the nice area of the castle. There is... Yeah, he's not up, unfortunately, Mayong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down a little bit and see if we can find the other parts of the castle. I think... Is it down here? I want to say? Descent into darkness. There we go, the map's changed. So if we remember how pretty and pristine it was at the top, as soon as I come down here, you can now see that there's parts of the wall coming through in the wallpaper. It's kind of showing its age a little bit. So we've kind of hit a point where maybe everything isn't as nice as it would be. It's kind of showing its age a little bit. You can see here the wallpaper's gone. You've got a wall coming through the wallpaper. It's kind of worn away a little bit. So it kind of shows how old we're looking here. We've got people on the walls, and none of them are the master. I don't actually know if we know who they are, because when you look at the pictures and paintings, it says like a painting of a mysterious person or a fancy person or things like that. So I don't know if it actually shows you. I don't know if we know who they are or not, actually. I'll preface it by saying I don't know who they are at this moment. Quiet moment. But bear with me. Let me get my bearings a little bit. So we've got... Yes, that's his den up there. We've got the area there. We've just come from that bit, so what I'll do is I'll do the right hand side. Or do I do straight over? We'll do straight over first. We'll do the bathhouse, the castle bath, and then I'll do all the way around there. Because it's quite a big castle when you look at it. The fantastic bath, my how times have changed. This certainly is much larger than I remember it being the last time I was here. Okay, Vicomte. Good luck. Yeah, you do. We have swarm of bats everywhere, and we have kind of ring events. So when you see NPC guardian of the bath, it would come alive if we killed everybody in the bath, and then obviously the guardian gets a bit annoyed because you've killed all the patrons around. So you kind of have people. They didn't change the model, so it looks a bit weird that the models are fully clothed in the bath, but never mind. So that's one part. Okay, Vicomte. The doors all open. They try and open automatically. I don't quite know if I hit them in the right place or not. So we've got a little bit more sparse here. We've still got sparse. We've got guest quarters here now, so we've got people coming in to talk to Mayong from all over the different places. Here we go. We've got different people now. We've got Somborns here. So they are from the village of Somborn. We've got Somborn dignitaries, obviously, have come to negotiate with Mayong himself. Or a representative of the man. It's all like an open dungeon as well, so you can come in, make your way through. Some names will give you rewards, some of them won't, because everybody's got a name. Everyone's got a name. But they'll be like, there you go. So the maid will give you a reward. Oh. Gosh. Who'd be ill, honestly? Who gets ill in 2024? This motif is popping up a lot as well, which is kind of the symbol for Mayong. He's kind of the blood moon and the sun. He'll pop around a little bit. That is taking me downstairs, which I don't want to do just yet. We don't want to do that. Oh, we've got the cells with rats. So here we go. Here's our first look at some Cenarians, actually. That made me jump. These are your model for Cenarians. So these are the high elves. So same as my character model. So Codadal, high elf. But they were left behind in the Age of Turmoil. Tunaria kind of was left alone for quite a while. So they've become very, very insular, shall we say. It's the land of the blonde with green eyes, apparently. It's all the same model. But yeah, I'll show you Chinar as well, or Chinair, depending on. Named after the goddess of Chinaria, who created... yes, so it's the continent of Felwith. Is it the continent? Is Felwith the continent? I get confused with the terms. But yeah, the whole thing is fade with Felwith. We've come back to here. Got another vampire running around. But yeah, I think you're right, Davey. I think it is Felwith. How do I get over to that? So I think I've got to go back through the middle, haven't I? Because that just taking me down. What can I get over there? off of fadeaway. So this is. Thank you, Megaton. I knew you'd know. Yeah, so you got New Terraria. It's all very. Yeah, there was a lot of explosions. Lots of lands disappeared. We're 1,000 years in the future. We've got New Terraria, which is where the Chunars were. This is Loping Plains, so this is Somborn, that sort of area. I'll go over to New Terraria later. I'll show you that area, because they've got pretty models as well. Here we go. We're on the other side. So if we go up a little bit. Again, you can see the sort of dilapidated way. Have we got any more? Any more different sort? No, same models. We model hunting. There is a few raid instances there too. There is, yeah. Mayong isn't up. He's not, the contested version of him isn't up. So I'm thinking I might have to nip into the raid version just to see him. If I can access it. I should be able to because I've done Soulfire. So I should be able to get in. Kind of a different music cue as well going on. We've got sort of the dance hall, the ballroom area. And then the last bit I need to show, go back up here, go see his den. Oh, that's new or different. The statues have got like a gold version of the blade. No, I am a conjurer. So Mayong's Arcane Library. Hi, Megaton, thank you. Welcome to the show. Sorry, welcome to the group, Ethan. Welcome in. There is ties with Mayong and Veneral Sathir as well, with the Arcane Library being here. Veneral Sathir. Rumour is that it was Mayong who gave Veneral Sathir the tome that caused Veneral Sathir to become the lich and necromancer that he did. So I'll show you. So I'm a conjurer, but what I've done is I've done the Claymore quest line, and when you select the weapon at the end, I've popped it into my wardrobe. So it's there in my wardrobe. And then what I can do then is in my appearance, I've used the Claymore as the appearance. I've also got a Soulfire as well. So there's Soulfire. It clips through my head, unfortunately. I'm wearing it as a bun. But that's what I do. I was like, I didn't like the the mage version of the reward. And I was like, I've done all this effort. Why can I not have the Claymore itself? You know, I've found it. I've gone for it. I've gone all the way up there, battled all the dragons and everything to do it. So I'm going to use it as a cosmetic, like you say, yeah. And just pop it in my wardrobe. So would recommend, definitely. Who else can we do? There's the Claymore back again. So yeah. Ooh, what companion is good to help you out if you go DPS? So you're talking merc, are we here when you say companion? Are we talking a merc? A mercenary? Yeah. So what class have you gone, Koala? Which one have you chosen? Yes, the wolf hooded helmet. I love that for defilers for sure. I love seeing defilers in that wolf hood, or the bear one from the Halas timeline. You know when you do the Halas timeline and he sends you underneath to go sniff out stuff. If you keep that as an appearance, you can have that one. You can have a bear hood for a while. Oh, you went assassin. So you probably want the Shadow Knight to tank, really. It depends. If you're pulling a lot of aggro, go for a healer. Try the Defiler healer, or maybe like a Fury, something like that. Fury Warden. Because then you can just go aggro, no problems. If you don't want to pull aggro and you want to sort of practice going around the back of things, stuff like that, grab the Shadow Knight, who should be available in your veteran rewards. I forget what they're called. Is it Lady Crow or something? The Paladin version is Lady Crow, I think. But yeah, there's like a tanky version. But if you're pulling too much aggro off the tank, just go for a healer. It's easier than trying to like keep your aggro as an assassin. That's probably easier. You quit right before Halas City came out. Well, pop back in. There's a bear hood waiting for you. There's a bear and a wolf hood all waiting for you. Your account will still be here, yes. Don't know what condition it'll be in, but all your characters should be there. I don't know if they'll keep their names. But yes, everything should still be there as you left it. Pretty sure. It might not still be the same server. Because we have a little bit of a server squishies and things. But yeah, Defiler, fantastic. Yeah, with the hood on, for sure. Oh yeah. Now, is it a Ratonga Defiler? Because I think if you get a Ratonga Defiler with the hood, magic. But yeah, Koala, have a go, have a try, see what you think. Whenever suits your playstyle. How do I get to the raid instance? Somewhere else, isn't it? Inner Sanctum, there he is. Yeah, I've got to get that way. Got to go through that secret tunnel. We'll have a look, see if we can see him. A Froggot Templar, yes. Lots of fun. They have their own secret tunnel. So the Froglocks have their own unique well, it's a unique model, obviously, but they have their own unique sets of movements and fighting and everything. I love Froglocks. Is it that opens it? Yes. All together, secret tunnel. Okay, I haven't done this raid instance for a very long time, so if I mess it up, I do apologise. So I'm going to go into Miss Moore's Inner Sanctum, because he's asleep in his coffin in the actual thing. So what happens is you, with your raid team, come in here, and I think we battle him. I hope. I know there's a couple of... I know there's like a werewolf and things in the middle, but we'll have a look, see what happens. I just want to see him. I just want to show him. That's all I want to do. I don't want to fight him. He has quite a bit of a strat. You have to debuff him, or yourself, because he debuffs you and he de-levels you. I remember trying this the first time and it's like, why is he suddenly red? So yeah, so we've got Blood Colossuses. Oh, now the map's changed. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, he's all the way down there. Of course he is. Here we got anybody interesting? Doesn't look like it. We've just got vampires on the way down to him. Oh yeah, Tactician's Armour, if anybody remembers that. Don't think you're going to attack me, Alex. Scared the life out of me. Oh, here we go. I should have got the pet out. Bear with me as I try and... It stone skinned me. That's just not fair. I forgot these things attacked. Bear with me as I just jump out of my skin and things attack me. Right, okay, I think I need the pet. There we go. Yes, we're in Miss Moore's, yeah. I'm just going to run down the bottom, see if he's awake. Here's... yeah. You going to try and attack me again? Yeah.
This one is mine.
So what's taking so long is the purple thing that keeps coming up is a stone skin. It keeps... not... is it a stone skin? It just turns me to stone. And I can't do anything. Which is what's taking so long to kill stuff. I'm in the right place. Me and maps, how do they work? Yes, we've got to go that way. Oh, I remember these dudes, of course, yes. Yeah, they scream for intruders and then grab things. Yeah, I remember these guys. It's all coming back. You almost soloed the maestro. Well done. Gosh. There he is. So you come all the way through. He says, so you finally stumbled into my sanctuary. So you need to think you wouldn't make it. One thing I've learned from watching your clumsy exploits is you're no match for me. Leave while you can, or face my wrath. What if I don't leave? Well, the music. Right, that should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and say hello to Mayong. We'll go see his, there he is. Don't cower! Jeez, you're this big bad vampire. So there he is. There's Mayong himself. Looking all great and powerful until he starts, you know, getting annoyed. Not annoyed, getting, cowering before me. This is the guy who is behind most of the stuff that happens, because he's behind Venros Athea. He's doing stuff in Valius. He's up in Vitrovia. Is it Vitrovia? The previous stuff. He was up there making things difficult for people. Yeah, this is one of the big bads of Norrath, of Evergrass 2. And I think he stole something to do with the Soulfire, the Soulfire weapon. Something to do with that as well. I forgot, it's been a while since I did the Soulfire one. But yeah, he looks really cool. He's got like a really nice fancy cloak. He's a unique model. Don't know why the world keeps changing colour. Interesting. That's him there. So what I'll do then is I'll nip over to Chinaria. I'll show you where the Chinarians are these days and what they look like. Because they're kind of attached to Mayong. Yeah, in between the, yeah. So we think Mayong is oh, where is he? Let's go back and show you. God. I got myself all confuzzled. Give me a round room with 4 different ways out of it. I haven't got a clue where I'm going. So Mayong is what we think is an Edel, which is Y apostrophe Dal. We think he is the very first elf here before even Vishen found Norrath. There was supposedly, it's all rumour, it's all conjecture, because obviously our only point of history is this guy here, and he could be making it up, we don't know. There obviously are the gods and things that have confirmed a few things, but nothing is 100% confirmed. We think he's the last of his kind, and we think he's something to do with the Ewer of Solday as well. You know, the when we're in Pillars of Flame and we're doing the Sinking Sands and stuff, and you're doing that timeline there with Anashti Soul. The Ewer of Solday got her banished into the void with Rowan Thea. It's all related. There's a great big conspiracy theory thing on the back, and it's all red lines, and it's all connected to this bloke here. But we think he is a creation of Inarok's blood hitting into the Ewer of Solday, and his race appeared. So he is kind of the the whole storyline. My God, it just keeps going. This is this is thousands of years ago. This is before EverQuest 1 or any of the books or any of the things or the games for EverQuest. He's around. He's the last of his kind, and they think that his curse... Hello, Cass, how you doing? We think his curse is the curse of vampirism. We think his entire elf lineage group, community, town, city, whatever you want to call them, race, were the first vampires, and this is why he's the last one here, and why we have vampires on Norrath. But yeah, he kind of sits at the background for a lot of things. Like I say, he's there with Veneral Scythia, so he's got the whole Kunark invasion, the whole Green Mist, the whole what happened over there when the Ring of Scale happened. Was it the Ring of Scale? There's 2, isn't there? There's a Ring of Scale and the other one that I never remember the name of. But he's got all that against the dragons of Vishen's Peak and everything. Yeah. he's just Big Daddy. But yeah, we think he's the last of his kind, and we think that's why he was dabbling to mess with the werewolves and the Driders and things. Right, I'm gonna go over to Newtonaria. I'll do that. I'll flick over on the map. I can't be bothered to run out. Newtonaria, I'm probably best going Greater Fey, aren't I, for that? Yeah, we'll go up there because the entrance to it's up there somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, Mayong, oof, he's a big boy. We're in the sunlight. I don't know if I asked Cass, how you doing? Are you alright? Are you doing good? Welcome in. I was in the middle of fangirling over Mayong Mistmore. I was getting... am I going the right way? I'm going the right way, aren't I? Yeah, Newtonaria. Yeah, you're all good. Oh, awesome, thank you. I'm good. I'm still getting over whatever this cold flu thing is, so I'm not up to my normal, how I speak normally. But we're getting there. It's more to normal than it was before. I think last week I was very husky. I was getting a lot of compliments. They were like, "Oh, your voice is very husky." I'm like, "Thank you." So we're going to fly over to Newtonaria. We're going to have a look at where the high elves that aren't high elves, they're no longer high elves, are living. Yeah, a lot of people seem to have that look at the moment. Yeah, you're lucky enough to have escaped it so far. Fingers crossed. If you do get it, hydrate. Lots and lots of hydration needed. Because it's all just the nose and the throat. Didn't lose my sense of taste, and I kept testing, and I was okay. I was clear. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's a. Haven't been this ill since I actually caught COVID back in 2021. I want to say, but that's just because I've been extra careful, and I don't leave my house because who needs to go outside? No. Look, I can DoorDash. I'm perfect. I'm fine. Groceries come to me. So the first thing you see as you come into New Norrath is the fact that they don't want you here. They've told you the Queen doesn't want foreigners coming in. They're a little bit. I don't want to say what they are. They're a little bit insular, a little bit more sort of we need to keep ourselves away from others. I'm trying not to sort of, I'm skirting around skirting around it, but we sort of very xenophobic almost. I think that's the word, isn't it? We don't like outsiders. Thank you. Yes, xenophobic it is. Perfect. I was thinking, yes. For sure. Oh God, what is this? What was his head doing there? That was. I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. So yes, as soon as they turn up, they say, by decree of the Queen herself, foreigners are not allowed inside the city. And if General Chat was saying anything there, I do apologise. You kind of see where the High Elves kind of came from and where they originated from, and just this sort of very ethereal, marble-esque city. I'm on my horse here, so I can actually run quickly, which is what's throwing me out. But it's really, I was going to say it's very pretty. It is just descending into darkness, so... it's going to be about 45 minutes until it comes back round again. It's kind of built on a big lake as well, so the whole city lives on a lake. And we see that model again, the ones that are wearing white inside a castle, Miss Moore. We see these ones here again. I don't know why you're cheering me. I'm a high elf. You shouldn't be cheering me. Anyway, there we go. We'll see. Again, everything should be aggro to me, but because of my level range, they're not going to be. So they're going to be slightly not. So New Norrath is like a big open world dungeon again, so lots of people can come in and do stuff in here. There's lots of different alleyways and things that you can descend into and find random creatures. I say random creatures, it's mostly Tenarians or the sentries. So you'll see these guys. And you'll see... Where are the sentries? You'll see these guys again. I think I showed you. This is the model that you normally get for the golems. It's the two-headed one. So it's normal when it looks at you, and then when it attacks, it swivels its head round to do the annoyed head. But we've seen that in saw it in the Fearrot when I showed you the epic that sits in the Fearrot Lake, and then you've seen it up in Lava Storm as well. Soy Sex Fist is the same model. So they just have a little patrol round. So Norrath has a big... it's one of these cities that's based on the big tree. So again, elven traditions of the tree. I think that's sort of Tolkien as well, isn't it? Tolkien's got a few elves that have trees. Sort of you almost the life tree. So is it you? I never have now say it. Is it Yggdrasil, something like that? The Norse tree that's roots are the different places in the world, and that sort of it's a sort of that life tree thing coming through again. That you see with lots of elves, and that sort of tradition. I think we can go inside the tree. I forget. Let me have a run round. There we go. Of course, it's all the way around the bottom. So you have temple guards. It's a temple of growth. Oh yeah, of course, Chunar. It should all link back to Chunar, basically, the goddess of nature, who created the elves. She created the high elves. Most of the gods claim to have created a race. We've got different ones and different races. So Chunar is very big around here. Is that the trader? Yeah. I'm trying to I've got myself all confuzzled and lost. There is something that I need to show you around here. Not the library. There's the Satyrs. Oh, is it up? There we go. So we've got servants of Mistnors. There we go. I couldn't find one. I'll find one that's not been battled later. But we have some sort of oh, yay, vampires. We have some sort of Mayong's servants and vampires versus the Nutenarians. And I won't spoil that because I think I'll probably do that quest line later. Or I might, I don't know. I'll get to the end of this, see what happens. Oh, there he is. Yeah, they just hang around. They just appear. Yes. Named mob? Yeah. Yeah. The NPC just strolls off like nothing happens. Like, yep, Mom, I did that. Yep. I think she goes to find another one. There's two here. What happens if those... There he is. There he goes and attacks it.
You're impure.
You're impure. Wow. Oh, yes, they have stuff to say like that and things. Yeah, it's not the best of places. Yeah. So essentially what's happening is Mayong's got his grips into... Is she the queen? I think he's got... Yeah. Mayong's got his grips in here as well. He is causing kerfuffles in the throne room. Adds life to areas when you have a little... It does add life to little areas for sure. They'll just keep... They've been battling for however long. Is it down here? Have I missed it? Where am I going? Who am I? It's down there. I'm in the wrong way. I'm in the wrong area. Give me a map, I will get lost. Yes, Mayong has his grips in here as well. Do I have this collection? Don't tell me I don't have this collection. Yes, I do. Yeah, awesome. He has got his grips into the queen. He always loves to take a lover, and he's never usually without one. So at the moment here in New Ternaria, we kind of got a different... Each expansion kind of creates a different story. However, the previous expansion is still locked in that first story, if that makes sense. So we don't actually see a... unless you yourself physically go through the story and get the sort of conclusion to it, it doesn't kind of wrap up for anybody else. So New Terraria has unfortunately been in the grips for quite a while. But that's okay, because then that means that every time you come through, you kind of know what's going on. Where was I going? I was heading up that bit. That narrow corridor. Which narrow corridor do I sneak up to find the throne room? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that quest line or show you inside the throne room, because I think it's one of these that you need to kill stuff. I think it's just like a massive, great big ring event. Somebody will probably know what the throne room. It's like a ring event. There's like things that come and attack you, and then more things attack you, and you kill those, and then eventually you get Mayong and the Queen turn up. So spoiler alert, he shows up in here as well. Oh, that's the hood. So when we're on about the wolf hood, it's the helm of the Verdant Tracker. That's what the model looks like. So if you imagine somebody's head inside this bit where the tassels are and the fangs over the top of your eyes kind of thing, that's the wolf hood there that we were talking about earlier. I do apologise, I've forgotten who it was. But there we were chatting about the wolf hood. And then there's just all different blades and things that are here, just for different trophies. Somebody's armour, Therius's armour. Therius of the Truth. I will go through these quest lines and figure out who these people are and what the lore is behind everything. But that's a long. it's long. Sometimes you just want a good book that tells you everything. Yeah, so if you ever come down to New Terraria, you'll probably make your way here. It's quite a way. So there's the entrance, and then you're probably up there is probably where you'll probably want to spend most of your time, in that top where the sort of the arcanist and things is up there. Oh, there is yeah, because there's like statuettes and things up there and people that you need to. I think there might be. It's either here or it's up there that there's a load of servants of Mistmore. I think I found them at one point and I've forgotten. But you know what I mean. They sort of hide out somewhere. But if you want to, this is a really good area for XP. If this is, it's kind of one of those hidden places for experience. Because a lot of these are on. Ooh, that music. But yeah, you can kind of keep coming around here and killing stuff. Because a lot of it is. Oh, there's another servant of Mistmore, Luke. They're just everywhere. They're just chilling out. And about the no foreigners allowed in, and yet all these servants of Mistmore are just having a chat around. But yeah, just don't go through the doors up here, because up here is the throne room. That's your epic area. Epic instance. I'm going to try it. We'll try it. I think she's up. I think she's always up. I think the queen is up at the back, I want to say. I think she's chatting to you. I think she chats shit while you're killing off things. We'll have a look. We'll have a look in. I think she's at the back there going, oh no, well, all these things are coming in and trying, oh, please just kill them, oh, just get rid of them, kind of thing. But I forget what the story is between her and Mayong, but I think Mayong's promised her something about New Terraria will be, you know, won't have influences from the outsiders. I'm trying to choose my words very carefully here. Oh, he's going to attack. Is he going to attack me? Outlanders are not allowed in sacred grounds in New. What possessed you? Guards, get rid of these intruders immediately. Oh, cool. Yeah, we chill. Yeah. Because I just want to go up the stairs. Wipe their filth from these hallowed walls. Jesus. Wow. I didn't think I'd be that hated. I think she chills out up here. Or have I got to kill a few things? There she is. Queen Leanna Theck. So that's not the L that I was thinking with the Driders and things. Oh, she's actually the same model as me. We kind of look similar. I think my cheeks are a bit puffier than hers. Wait, hang on. If I stand here and turn around, what do we think? It's similar. I was thinking. But yeah, Mayong's got his claws into her at the moment. She thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. He obviously is Mayong Musmore. And yeah. Sisters, not twins. You're gonna... Okay, I'll distract... Yeah, you're gonna distract everybody while I grab the throne. Cool. Alright, and what I'll do then... yeah. It's a whole storyline if you do the whole... There we go, I'm on it. I think I'm on it. There we go. Is it... Ooh. Whoa? No, I can't remember what it's called. There is a way of making yourself sit. It's not going to be stroke sit, is it? No, that's kneeling. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I know these things and I forget these things, and then these things poof out of my head. Yeah, there is an opening in the headrest of the throne. It looks like an object can be placed within it. We'll have to come back and do the expansion. Maybe one day. We'll over level and then we'll come back and do these levels, these expansions and things, and these instances, and I'll show you how they work and what happens. Or die many times trying to get the strats to work, because a lot of these, it's you have to do so much damage, and then you have to click certain items and things like that, or you have to be in certain positions, and if you are over leveled and you hit them too hard and take the health too far down, strange things can happen when you break the script. So it's kind of a, yeah, it's fun, but it's yeah, at the same time, you can kind of easily break the script, no problems. You will not reach the throne, intruders. Oh, okay. The Royal Guards of Chinar will make sure of that. Yep, I'm sure they will. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is lurking around here. I don't think. No. You can get this as a yeah, I got told just in case I was thinking of doing so. So just in case I want to reach the throne. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to reach the throne at all, mate. You're all right. Yeah, I think people turn up, big bad guys turn up and want to try and take you out, and then I think she turns up, or Mayong turns up, or all sorts of things turn up. But it's one of these, gotta kill so much stuff between, yeah, anyway. That's the throne room. I got told completely, totally got told. I think the only thing I haven't shown you is the catacombs to Castle Mistmore. Did I don't think I forgot those. I got so like, what's it about showing the Mayong's Inner Sanctum. I don't think I did the catacombs, did we? Let's go back and do the catacombs. Where are we going? We're kind of going there, I think. So we'll go the druid ring. Oh yes, and we'll nip into labs as well. I'll show you the experiments. Show you the evidence for the experiments. Where's Somborn for us? Not too far away. If I don't follow the map, I won't know. I'll do a quick nip in because I think labs is quite easy to grab that. It's more or less the first thing you see. And you can probably see this on Varsoon as well now, because Varsoon is now there. Ravenscale repository, is that the one? I'm getting myself confused now. Which is the one that's got the lab bits in it? It's not the lair, it's not the abbey. Is it the manor? I don't want to get the wrong one. I'm going to try the repository, just in case. I know what it should look like when I get in there. If it doesn't, I know to nip out and do the other one. It's definitely not the Abyssal Lair, because that's Zarkon. Who is another experiment. He's another one of Mayong's experiments. Which is why the poor thing sat up there in the top doing naff all, apart from waiting to die. Got 10 minutes left, so I'll do that quickly. Hopefully it's this one. Yes, it is. Yeah. So when I was saying the lab, it's the sort of area where you can see all the creatures have been made. So spider alert. I apologise for anybody who has spiders. Please don't look at the moment. But you can kind of see here. Again, spider alert, please don't look if you have a spider issue. It's a prototype, hulking drachnid prototype. And there you can see all the stitching that's been made around. I can't get, so it's not highlighted. But you can see he's kind of stitched together. So he's kind of like a prototype. He's the first one. And just to show you that it is Mayong who's around here. Somewhere in the bottom, you can see his statues again. Okay, drama. So again, we've got all of Mayong's statues and his sort of writings around everywhere. So it's definitely Mayong that's doing whatever's here. Here he is.
Yes. What is it?
The Ankh of Yadal has been recovered from our raid on the Demort hideout. My assistants have placed a relic in your soulbound chest. Why have you got a voice and the other one hasn't? Marconis appears to have escaped during the chaos of the fight.
I shall deal with that coward personally in due time. You may begin your research on the Ankh as soon as the others arrive.
So there he was. So he talks about an Ankh of Yadal. So again, the YDAL, which is him, his language, his people. Some devs have the Y apostrophe DAL, some don't. So it depends on where you're looking. But again, we're talking about Ankhs. We're talking about very Egyptian centric. So we're talking stuff coming from sort of the very theme of desert flames. So he wants he wants the Ankh of the Adal, which is his Ankh, basically his people's Ankh. So without going into like another half-hour rant of what happens with that, he's still trying to find stuff for him and his peoples and whatever he wants to do in the world at this point in time. Which we've got up to Shadow Odyssey here. So we're getting a little bit more of a background to Mayong. But we've gone past Fader, we've gone to Shadow Odyssey's expansion. There, if that makes sense. Yes, so that's that. Just wanted to show you those two things. Because I think they're important. I don't know if I have this. No, I finally found a shiny. I'm going to go through the spiders again, so apologies, spider alert coming up. And then we've got other Drellocks and things running around. So you can kind of see how much Mayong has created and had his fingers in different things. Let's get rid of quests. And it's got all oh, you're so noisy. It's got the sort of same look and feel as Castle Mistmore when we were running around. It had the gold and the stuff in the windows and things like that. It's very similar in looking to Castle Mistmore, because obviously we're still in Castle Mistmore, kind of adjacent. Everything is on top of each other as well. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed or pointed that out. I'm going to point it out. There's different layers to the three places that we got. So we just looked at, where are we? We're Ravenscale Repository. There's Evernight Abbey and Mistmore Manor. They're all on top of each other, and then Zarkon is above you. There's Zarkon. He's just chilling out above there. So when you go to his abyssal layer, you've gone to the top there, you've gone up to where he lives, which is sometimes how you end up. Oh, there we go. Which is sometimes how you end up with him coming down, just because his model's having a wander around. Yeah, there has been times where I've zoned in and just been absolutely petrified to move because his model is stood there, and you're like, I don't know if I can die. But yeah, it terrifies you the first time. But he's up there. He's I want to say he's Mistmore trying to turn a dragon into a vampire, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's something similar. He's doing something similar like that. He's trying to stop doing it, dude. He's not pretty to look at, really. He's not having fun up there. But yeah, he'll run around up there all until you kill him. So that, I think, pretty much sums up the vampires and why the vampires are in Norrath. Because of one dude. I'm in the village for Somborn. This is where you come out when you heading through any of the instances. Right, catacombs, last bit. I am flying in the wrong direction. Why is it so loud? There we go. So why is it so zoomed in? Yeah, I'll zone into the... So we've got Mistmore Catacombs. I'm trying to think. There's so many layers to Mistmore Castle. At the very top you got where Mayong and his sanctuary was. You then got where we came in, and there was the piano and the balconies and all that sort of stuff. You then went underneath and we found his inner sanctum where the bath was and things like that. That's there. Below that is the catacombs. Sorry. And then where this is now, how can I say this? This is 2 layers. We're coming in on a bottom layer and then we're going to go up to the actual castle, and then you can zone into where we zoned in before. So it's kind of like we're at the very bottom of a layer now. That makes sense, I think. You've got oh, these dudes, these are almost like the Helsing version. If Helsing were in a club, I think there was some of the Hammer Horrors had Helsing being a sort of a werewolf vampire killers club. Is it like the Free Thinkers, I want to say? So this is, oh, he's T-posing. He stopped moving. We've got a second sort of more traditional looking werewolf. I don't know what's happening there. You got more werewolves is what I'm trying to say. We've got more werewolves to have a look at, and that was the only reason I was popping into here. Got some gross things happening at the bottom of here. Is that the way up? Where's the massive climb bit? The dregs, cobble wall. Oh, the mess hall. Yeah, it is here. I only know it like one way because that's the only way I would go. Way back when this was like relevant content, there's only one way that I would know how to run in and go. That's what I'm looking for, the ascent. Because everyone would be like, okay, we've done the bottom bit of the catacombs. We're going up now. And I was like, okay, I only know the one route. Quickly show you this and then we'll go see if there's anybody else we can go chat to. But it just gives you another just another sort of vampire lore-esque secret house, secret room. We've got the same vampire models here. And as you can see, we've kind of lost anything on the walls. The gold has now like disappeared from anything there on the sort of sides or anything. We've even lost the carpet on the floor. We've got spiders, we've got banners, we've got cobwebs. The torches have been changed to sort of these braziers, I think they're called, aren't they? That's how you say them. And the whole place is overrun with vampires. These sort of vampires we've left these pretty servanty Chinarian style vampires. And we've now got the sort of bloodthirsty ones running around with the red eyes and the sunken cheeks and those sort of ones. And we should get a few more creatures as well running around. I really hope that dog isn't put. Next door's let the dog out, and obviously so we've got the Drellocks, they've turned up, and things. We've got a few more different creatures to be converted. If you go up there, you end up back in Mistmore Castle is up there, and then this is just like a little area to run around again in the castle. Really so barky. We've got conversion chambers here. So this is where all the magic happens, basically. This is where you convert or turn to vampires. where they hang out. So that converted those converts back there. They were waiting to be given over to the vampires. And then there's a few in here that are waiting as well. There's a Chinarian guests, which I don't think they're going to end up being guests for long. Got some more of the dregs popping in. This is where the people who don't turn back up again are held. So many Chinarians. But yeah, that's pretty much Vampires of Norrath. There are lots of things that I didn't manage to cover. There are lots more stories that are available for you to have a look at and investigate. But if you are into vampire lore and you wanted to have a look at like a different way of looking at the vampires, that is, or this sort of hopefully gives you a sort of a ground for how to think about it and sort of try vampire lore in EverQuest 2. But yes, so I'll say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you very much, YouTube. It's much appreciated. I'm loving all the love. I want to share all the love that everybody's giving me, and it's so much appreciated, especially for like this game, because it's very dear to my heart, and I want it to keep going for another 20 years. So much appreciated. Thank you very much, YouTube. See you in the next one.